on the Zerg player. That is actually quite surprising. If things aren't happening soon, I am going to have to speed this up. I have watched this before, but I don't recall seeing. I don't recall this kind of lag in the middle of the game here. So we have both sides basically waiting to see what's going to happen. So we are going to speed it up still a little bit more. Upgrades going down for the Terran player and for the Zerg player, getting melee attack, spreading out the units, sending in the roaches to see what's going on. And all kinds of damage going. The Banelings getting stuck behind the roaches, going to come in, going to kill and do a lot of damage to these tanks. The roaches going to be able to clean it up, and with the Mutalisks, roaches having vision of the high ground, going to be able to take out some of these units up top. Going to get in here and try and do some damage to the mineral line, but in this little choke, going to get immediately demolished by these Marines and Marauders, and that is going to be that for that battle. But we do have a third and now a fourth base going down for damage. Immediately saturated with drones, and still more coming out. Let's take a look at that income tab really quick. You can see damage jumping out to a decent lead as we see Blitzkrieg, who was trying to, I think, expand to this back island, got turned away by this Mutalisk. As we see his ground forces, this MMM ball, walking out into the center of the map. And this looking for a place to call home. And it looks like Blitzkrieg may be moving in for a final push as we see the oh, here it is. Roaches, Banelings coming out, immediately turning around after the Banelings do actually not that much damage at all. Roaches getting split for a moment. Tank able to siege. Baneling coming in, going to take out that tank with the help of those roaches. Going to be knocking down these Marines and Marauders very quickly. Only 4 roaches left. Oh, the Banelings come in and they are going to clean this up. Great play by Damage, getting rid of that pesky Marine Marauder army. The Spine Crawler finishing up, going to add some needed protection to his expansions here. Not a whole lot of drones. Looks like he moved almost all of his drones from this expansion to this expansion. Not a bad play considering it is a high yield mine, but not seeing any kind of drone building. We do see a few drones being built here. Looks like these drones right here are being built. Oh, nope, Mutalisks. We did see some drones come out though. And again, flyer attack level 1 going down, more queens being built. 14 Banelings being morphed in the middle of the map, and a few Mutalisks coming out. We're continuing to get more upgrades for the Terran player as we see his destructible rocks for his third base finally starting to go down. He's going to be able to plant that command center down. He is 1-1 on his bio infantry and 2-0 +2 attack on his mech forces. And if I saw correctly, he does have, no, he does not, no blue flame, but he does have siege tech as we saw earlier. So we're going to see tanks, Hellions, and mostly Marines in this ball, though a few Marauders as well. Oh, I guess several Marauders. My bad. 8 is not a small number of Marauders. We do have Vision from the Overseer. Another health ship getting a peek and heading back out. Several Banelings, Roaches, and Lings, and a couple of Mutas. I think we do have an infestation pit going down. 8 more Roaches coming out, and a few Mutas adding to the mix as we see base number 4 down. I understand that as Zerg, you want to get as many bases as possible as we see these Marines being able to, trying to take out these Overlords and Overseer. I understand that the Zerg player wants to get as many bases as possible, but is it really beneficial to use the 300 minerals on a base that you cannot have up and running almost immediately. I'm not sure that it is, as we see the Terran army moving in to the creep, getting picked at by this spine crawler, sieging up and going to be able to take out that spine crawler, separating his army, which is smart, as he knows there's banelings on the field, getting spread out, and even sending some guys over here just for the sake of vision and spotting the field. But as I was saying, if you don't have the means to quickly saturate like a base like this, or even like this one, moving, not being able to have all your bases saturated, I don't know. It just seems like it'd be wiser to take a few more minutes and use that money to macro up a bigger army, or more drones if you're not going to use it for units, and and then you'd be able to saturate that expansion much more quickly, as we see. Blitzkrieg coming in here quickly. He's going to call in this entire army to come and defend this base, and he's just going to roll right through it. Perhaps part of Blitzkrieg's plan is the main of his army is still sitting over here waiting for the attack, but he is weak now. He does have much fewer units, but a lot of health ships here, a lot of medevacs going to be able to help, and reinforcements coming in, taking out, flanking, and taking out so many units. These roaches all going down to these 2-2 marauders and marines. And we have 1-0 mutalisks and 1-0 zerglings as well. So now going to move in and take out this high yield expansion as well. Zerglings trying to make their way around, eating up the stimming marauders as they go, trying to save these banelings for the marines. Only marauders left, quickly going to be eaten up by these mutalisks and these zerglings, and one last baneling getting a splash off. Drones coming out, little broodlings coming out from the now defunct expansion, and it looks like they're going to be able to clean this up, even though this medevac is doing so much damage. Oh no, and the Hellions now on the field with blue flame, upgraded 2-1, and going to do all kinds of damage to these roaches, and but they unfortunately cannot shoot up into the air. Neither can these tanks. The mutalisks doing lots of damage. Roaches coming out, but these marines are quickly going to take out the mutalisks, and there is the GG from damage. And that will do it for this 1v1 on Lost Temple. A little slow at the beginning, or in the middle, I'm sorry, but very interesting game. You had the Thor drop, and then some good play to close it out. Thanks to Blitzkrieg for the submission, and for Damage for being a good sport and playing a pretty good game. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and keep supporting low-level game casts, because noobs rock, and you know it. But we will, and we will keep climbing that ladder.